Hugh Hewitt had a series of tweets, I should more properly say, and this has not been reported in the mainstream media either. Any of you ever heard of the guy named David Laufman? Laufman. You haven't heard of him, right? Well, I will admit that I, El Rushpo, had never heard of him either. But he resigned. I know many of you are saying, so? Well, who was he? David Laufman was the Deputy Assistant Attorney General for National Security. He was the primary supervisor over counterintelligence work in national security. David Laufman would have had a hand in the approval of the FISA application of Carter Page. Whenever an application is submitted to the FISA court, there are a lot of people, the FBI and the national security apparatus, that review the application and pass muster on it, give it their stamp of approval, which moves it along the process. And this guy, David Laufman, Deputy Assistant Attorney General for the National Security Division, was the primary supervisor over counterintelligence work in the National Security Wing of the DOJ. He would have had a hand in the approval of the FISA application. He resigned effective immediately yesterday, maybe Wednesday. The day the Nunes memo hits and the Grassley memo hits, the week we learn that the Steele dossier, a pack of lies, unsubstantiated, uncorroborated, was in fact used to secure a FISA warrant, and it was renewed 3 times to spy on Carter Page and, incidentally, anybody else Carter Page was talking to. This guy resigns. Now, nobody knows why, but it's highly suspicious. He'd been working at this office since 2014. He had worked under Sally Yates. He had worked under Loretta Lynch in the chain of command. And now the very FISA application that he was instrumental in approving is being questioned for its legitimacy, and there is an inspector general investigation going on. And some say this is what happens when you find out you're being investigated. You quit, you get out of there. It's just another little news story that nobody has seen. It's not being reported on, that tells a whole lot about what is being uncovered here. The rats are fleeing the ship as the light is turned up bright on what happened, is how this is being interpreted.